The ability to travel up and down the fretboard makes all the difference between a noob and a pro. I mean, how many times does your favorite guitarist sound like this? So why do we bother learning all these pentatonic boxes? Well, they're very useful for mapping out where we are. But if you really want to be free on guitar, you need to be able to travel freely up and down. And instead of seeing those boxes, you see the pattern, you see the notes anywhere on the fretboard. One way to do that is with some warm-ups. I mean, think about how you learn anything. You start with the basics, all right? You start with those boxes and you build muscle memory. And that really is a thing. Like, your body internalizes that process, and that's how we work. Like, we don't want to have to make tons of decisions every day, and so we build habits, and muscle memory is a habit. So your body learns it, and all you have to do is cue it, and it will take you the rest of the way. It'll do the rest of the work. And so that's why you practice those boxes. But once you get those pentatonic boxes down, then it's time to start connecting them in different ways. So let's take a look at a few warm-ups to help you accomplish that goal. And I'm not a fan of the metronome and the just even sounding. You can do that, and if that's your thing, go for it. But I like something that's more musical. So I love backing tracks. You still get the same tempo regimen with a backing track that you do with a metronome, except it's more musical. And so it gives you a chance to add some emphasis and to make it sound like something that you might actually use in a song instead of just an exercise. So here are a few that I've come up with. Number one sounds like this. What we're doing here, this is A minor pentatonic. Start in box 1, and we're adding the blues note in there, the blue note, which is the flat 5th, which is right here. And that's our pattern right there. And then we're going to slide up to the next position. And this goes from box 1 to box 4, but we're using our first finger to slide. And we're only staying in box 1 on the top 2 strings. We're going to switch to box 2 here. But the cool thing about it, you're playing the exact same pattern. So first finger, slide that up, do the same thing on those 2 strings. And then do the same thing. This time we're just going to shift 1 and then slide up, because it's different going from the 3rd string to the 2nd string. So shift 1 and then slide up and then play the same thing again. And that allows you to build muscle memory on that one pattern, but then to shift positions. And you can do it very musically. You can practice this like it is in the tab that you can download in the link in the description. You can practice it that way, which is triplets. You can practice it as quarter notes. It's going to sound good with that backing track, really, no matter what you do, because it's pentatonic overlaying that track. So you can do eighth notes. You can do the bluesy rhythm, the swing, put some swing to it where the first one's a little longer. And that's a fun rhythm. You can do triplets, like it's in the exercise. You can do 16th notes. And you can do all that with that backing track. And what that helps you do is work on rhythm and build muscle memory for that blues scale. And then you can come back down. And that's a riff you might actually use in a blues solo, but you're just using the same pattern, working your way down. So that's one way to connect the boxes there. Another way to do this is to look at the entire pattern. I'm going to put it on the screen here, and you can see the whole minor pentatonic pattern, the A minor pentatonic scale here across the entire fretboard. One thing you can do is practice 3 strings at a time and then switch positions that way, and that breaks you out of thinking about those boxes, because very few solos are going to go, you know, and just stay in one box. I mean, Stairway to Heaven comes pretty close, but then shift positions there, and then see, you're shifting those positions, and so you got to learn some ways to shift those boxes, because you got to learn the boxes first. That's your first step. That's your first vocabulary, but then you got to learn to shift between them. So here's one way to do that. Just pick any 3 strings and look at that scale diagram that's on the screen here, and you're going to play 2 notes per string and then shift positions. So if you start in box 5 on the A minor pentatonic, see what I did? I shifted positions there. So I'm in box 5. Now I'm in box 1, box 2, box 3. Back to box 5, and you can work your way up and down the neck, and then go to the next string, the next set of 3 strings, and do the same thing. And what that's going to do is internalize this whole pattern to where it's not just boxes, but it's, you know where you are. You know you're on the pentatonic. Anywhere on the fretboard, you start to associate, you know, different positions. You build that muscle memory, and what that allows you to do is to be really free, so that you can fly. I mean, you take one of those Mateus Asado licks. Let's see. I mean, he's staying largely within the pentatonic there, but moving all over the place. And so you can know where to go if you break free of those boxes. So experiment with it a little bit. Let me know if I've helped you along the way. If you've made it to this point in the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know if I've helped you along the way. Let me know if you have an idea for a future video. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Keep playing.